Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Subhojit, and today I have again come up with a very interesting new version update in my Google Chrome extension, retrieve metadata and data from Salesforce. This would be version 2.2.14 in my Google Chrome extension, and the feature that I have introduced in this particular version, which I'll be talking about, uh, is very much interesting, and I'm sure every developer would absolutely love this feature. So before talking about this feature, let's talk about why this feature is necessary for the developers, right? So if you are a developer, be it in Salesforce platform or you are developing in any other programming languages, you must be aware of the need of implementing or executing a particular piece of code when you are thinking through any particular logic before actually implementing it in the main code base, right? This is very important. What happens in the Salesforce platform is that you cannot set up any local server to run that piece of code and generating the output. For that, you need to connect to the Salesforce server through by logging into any developer org or in some scratch orgs that you have created for the development purpose. And that too, after logging into it, go to developer console and open the anonymous window to execute that particular piece of code, right? If you are using any third-party code editor like VS Code, where with the help of Salesforce extensions, you can easily run your code. I've been thinking of this since a long time and thought of introducing a feature right in my Google Chrome extension where a developer can directly paste in the code and execute that particular piece of code, and it will generate the log similar to that the log that gets generated in case of developer console, so that developers do not have to go to window before testing their particular logic. This actually is very much handy. Basically saves a lot of time. By now you must have guessed about the feature. So yes, the feature is executing your anonymous code right from this Google Chrome extension. So how can you do that? Let's get into a demo quickly to show you how you can do it. So as you know that by clicking on this left button, red button, the Google Chrome extension retrieve metadata and data from Salesforce will open. So this particular new feature is available in the version 2.2.14. So once this version, you can see it in the screen in the extension, then only you'll be sure that this particular feature is available in the extension. If you are still in the earlier version, then make sure you update the extension to get the latest feature. So once you are in this version 2.2.14, you will see another option called execute anonymous code here, right? Once you select this option, one code editor block will open where it is written that paste in your code here. So you have to write or paste in your code here and click on the button execute to get the results and the logs. So that's it. You don't have to do anything. You will get all the logs and it will be super easy and super efficient. You will just get to know in a couple of minutes. It will help you test your logic that you're thinking very easily and very fast. You don't have to go to any other window or open any other file, write it there, nothing. All you have to do is paste in your code right here and you are good to go, right? So let's test it out with some examples. So the first example, let's say, is I want to simply output a debug statement. So for that, I'll just put the system debug statement, system.debug. Let's say this is anonymous code execution feature, right? So that's it. You don't have to select any piece of code. You just have to click the execute button and that's it. Your code will be executed and the result or the log will be displayed just below this result. So let's click on this button execute and see what happens. So it is fetching the logs now, and yes, the log got generated. So as you can see that here is the option of so this is a complete log. Here is an option of just outputting the debug statements. For that, you have to click on this checkbox, and once you click on this checkbox, you can see that the full log is gone and only the debug statement is here. So this is testing the anonymous code execution feature, same as this one, right? So this way you can easily execute your code. Let's try out with some other example. Let's remove the whole code from this code editor. Just make sure that whatever code is written in that particular code editor section, the whole code will be executed. So once, if you do not want to execute a particular piece of code that is written over in this code editor, you just have to comment it out or just remove it completely. Okay, so let's try it out with some other example. Let's say I have a list of string and going to add some strings in this particular elements in this particular list. Let's say l dot add 1 and I'll copy it. Let's change the value. The second one let it be 2 and the third one let it be 2 again, and I'll simply write system.debug that particular list so that it will print out the list statement, all the elements of the list. So let's execute this one. Again, I got the whole log and I just want the debug statement, so let me select the debug only, and you can see the list has been printed with the values 1, 2 and 2. Let's say I have also initialized one other data structure here, that is set of string, and I'll just add all the list elements here by writing this statement, right? And once I've added, I'll just print it out by writing system.debug. So this is my whole code. So here it will first print the list elements and then print the set elements. So let's execute it. Again, I got the whole log and I am only concerned about the debug statement. So let's select this option, debug only, and you can see that the first is the list element it has printed, and the second one is the set element. Since we know that set do not allow the duplicate values, so it has printed the element 2 only once. So it has only 2 elements present in the set, even though we have added the complete list into that particular set. So this is how it is working, and let's try it out with one last complex example. Let me remove the whole code, and the last example is I've already copied it, paste in the code here. So let me explain it to you what this code will do. So this is basically generating a hexadecimal representation of a random 128-bit AES key. So here what we'll do is we'll use the crypto class of Apex and we'll generate a random AES key of 128-bit, and then we'll convert it into a hexadecimal representation, and then we'll print it by appending 0x into it, right? So let's execute this particular piece of code. I should be getting a whole log again, yes, and now I'm only concerned about the debug statement. Before that, you can see that this is the particular piece of code that I've executed just now, and once I click on this debug only, it will give me the debug statement which says hexadecimal representation of AES key is this particular hexadecimal string along with appended with 0x, right? So this is how it will execute the code, and you can get the logs right in the extension, and you can also filter out the debug statements from the full log here. So this is super easy, and it is going to make any developer very efficient, and they don't have to juggle through multiple windows or have to create some separate file to execute it from from third-party code editor, right? It is super easy to test out any particular piece of logic that you are thinking in your mind before writing it out in uh, the main code base, right? So yeah, this is it about this particular feature in the Chrome extension. Let me know, guys, if you like this feature or not. So if you like it, then do share it with your colleagues and friends. I'm sure they are also going to like it and love it. So, and also do comment it right below in the comment section about your feedback on this particular feature. And if you have any other ideas, then do let me know. I'll try to implement those in the future version updates based on the feasibility and all. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you like this video a lot, and if you do, then definitely like and subscribe to this channel, and so that you get the notification whenever I post some these kind of interesting features in my future videos. So yeah, that's it, and I'll see you in the next video. So till then, bye bye, have a good day.